So welcome everyone, thank you for joining us for this webinar. This webinar dedicated to our revelation, WIA54 Revelation in Fintech in partnership with Société Générale, one of the patron of a WIA54 program. I'm very delighted to welcome you. I'm Seynabou Thiam. I'm the Senior Program Manager at Women in Africa. So just a quick word about Women in Africa. Women in Africa is the foremost international platform dedicated to economic empowerment for women entrepreneurs in Africa. We are running several programs on the continent because we know that women entrepreneurs are the backbone of our economy in Africa, and you know how women can be involved in economy, and they are able to reinvest up to 20% of their revenue in their communities, and this is something really important, and this is having this is really important on our economy. So women entrepreneurs have a real place on our economy, and we know that in Africa we have the biggest rate of women entrepreneur compared to all the other continents. So women entrepreneurs are at the center of our economy in Africa. So we are in that mission to promote all these women entrepreneurs and also to support them with also the support of our partner like Société Générale. So Société Générale and Women in Africa is a long story. You know that we celebrate our 5th anniversary last year. But Société Générale was on our side since the beginning. They support women in Africa at the first pitch because we are also like a startup, like an entrepreneur. So we had to pitch this mission to all our partners so that they join us and support us. And they did not hesitate to join that mission to support women entrepreneurs in Africa. So I'm very delighted today to welcome Mareme Mbaye, Regional Director of Central and Eastern Africa for Société Générale. Thank you so much for joining us and being with us to do this Revelation webinar on the FinTech sector. Welcome, Mareme.
Thank you, Seynabou. I'm very delighted to be part of this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are going also to have a conversation with Tale, our revelation in FinTech from Nigeria. But before that, I just wanted to have a quick word with Mareme and to get to maybe to talk about this involvement with WIA and to maybe understand a little bit more about your commitment. Why are you committing with Women in Africa in that mission to support women entrepreneurs?
Okay, thank you, Seynabou, for this question. It's quite important. Indeed, as you rightly said in your introductory notes, Africa is one of the few regions in the world where more women than men choose the path of entrepreneurship. This increases as time goes by, despite many challenges that the continent is facing. And as an international group, we seek to remain at the lasting partner for the continent, and we value the important contribution of women. Our drive to commit to WIA mission is the shared purpose of facilitating the emergence of African female leaders, to open the field of possibility to this feminine dynamic that we believe will have an impact on the future of our continent. We have seen this in every aspect of the action undertaken by the Women in Africa Philanthropy Foundation, and we are proud to partner with an organization that shares our values. So this is really why we are committed to the WIA mission.
Yeah, this is definitely a sharing value, a sharing mission that we are doing with this partnership. And also there is something very interesting in the way you are partnering with Women in Africa is that, for example, last year you got to involve your local offices to host some venue, for example, for the bootcamp, the WIA54 bootcamp. Why it is important for you to engage and also also involve your local offices?
Yes, indeed, our institution, we want, for our institution, we want to be responsible. So leading by example is very key. We have seen over the years the power of talented, dynamic, young African women and leaders in the transformation of our operation in the African continent. There has not been any role, and it's important for me to state it, there has not been any role that has not been filled with success in our company by women, being CEO of our large affiliates, board chairs or regional managing director, to name a few. So it was natural for us to get involved in every way to encourage the development of more women, whether it will be in Cameroon, in Ivory Coast, in Senegal, in Madagascar. The involvement was quite spontaneous for our teams, and we are proud of that. This engaging experience was also a confidence booster for our local communities. So as I said, as a leading financial institution, showing the right example in terms of diversity matters for us, both at local level and also at group level. So this is the commitment we aim to maintain and will continue to maintain.
Yeah, and I can testify because last year I got the chance to travel through this online bootcamp to go to Madagascar when they host also the bootcamp, to go in Ivory Coast, to go also in Morocco, etc., etc. So it was very, very interesting to see how locally we are building also the network around our local partner, and also to see how this network is living after these WIA54 bootcamp, because I think that was also the aim of doing that, is that to get to create a closer network between our alumni and also our partner, and not doing a bottom up, action. So we are very happy for that, and I know that this year we are going also to do it again with more and more local offices. So I can't wait to see that again. And I just maybe a final thing about this partnership. Final question about the partnerships, to maybe to let us know what you are trying also to achieve through this mission for women entrepreneurs in Africa.
Indeed, what we want, Seynabou, is for women to feel confident to dream, to achieve and be valued for what they are bringing on the table, and for this important role that they are playing in making the continent move forward. And this is also aligned with our initiative that we call Grow with Africa. I'm sure you have heard about it. It's an umbrella commitment to support infrastructure, to support entrepreneurship, and also to support financial inclusion. As you rightly know, that these are the prerequisites for liberating the potential of innovation and technology. So we want to co-construct a world of possibility to foster and empower African women in every capacity, and we'll continue to do so with this partnership, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And you are involved in many ways. So hosting our bootcamp and also training our women entrepreneur, because sometimes we got to invite some of your collaborators who host some session about financing, and also about a business plan, etc. So the involvement is very deep, and this is also what we are expecting of our partner. It's not only a relationship where you are supporting with maybe being patron, but also you are directly involved in the program and the content also, and it is very valuable for us. So thank you so much for being a key partner for Women in Africa for this partnership. And now just maybe to give an example of the result of this support and how it's having an impact on our entrepreneur, I will let you maybe have this conversation with Tale, our revelation in fintech, so that we get to know her and get to also learn a little bit more about her project, Owoafara.
Yeah, thank you, Seynabou. Tale, it's very pleasure to have this conversation with you this afternoon. So please, can you share with us your story and tell us who is Tale. I think this is really important for us to hear about that.
Okay, thank you for asking, Mareme. So Tale is a visionary woman who is passionate about financial freedom and economic empowerment. I just believe that everybody should have options in life, and it all starts with financial freedom, financial inclusion. Because I feel like when people have access to finances, they have access to think for themselves, they have access to make decisions that will move their lives forward. And so it's a very strong passion for me. And this is a passion I've had since I was a young girl. I was always fighting for other girls in my school that were discriminated against. You know, I always fought for freedom. I always fought for inclusion. And with a degree in accounting, finance was a natural thing that came to me to fight for. And also with a background working in technology and consulting, I thought there was a bigger way to fight for financial inclusion and financial service by combining my expertise and bringing them together to solve a big problem at scale, leveraging technology. So that's who I am.
Thank you, Tale. So can you tell us a little bit, just to deepen a little bit on what you have said, can you tell us about your career path that got you up to the point of launching this amazing company?
Yeah, so I mean, my career started actually in technology. Even though I had a first degree in accounting, I always loved technology. I was always curious as a young girl about technology, and I was fortunate to have a father who was into communication. So we had a computer from very early. I used to sneak to play with the computer, although they would drive me when they found out and say, "Oh, you're a woman, go and learn how to sew." You know, so I did what they wanted, but I would stick to the computer. And so I fell in love with technology. And even though I read accounting, so what happened to me is after school, I ended up working in a telecoms company in something that was sort of like the forerunner of fintech, which was called financial systems. And so what I had to do was to help them with their financial their books, was create the financial system, and then it was running on Oracle. So I got to experience working in the finance department, but handling the technology bit of working in the finance department, which was quite interesting. But at the same time, I began to feel a sense of restlessness. I wanted to be involved in doing something that was actually impacting people. And so to be able to do that, I went to do an MBA because I thought that an MBA was a pathway to, you know, pivoting my career and also entrepreneurship. So I was going to be equipped with the knowledge of running the business, but also with being in management of an organization. And so after my MBA, I then worked in a consulting firm that was sort of an offshoot of Accenture. It was a technology consulting firm. And it was exciting times. And so in working in that consulting firm, I was made to lead a project to introduce outsourcing to the informal sector. And that's how I came about what I'm doing today, because the goal was to take technology to them and try and make their lives and their businesses easier by helping them use technology. But then I got there and I found out that there was a bigger problem, which was really access to financial services. And that's when it came full circle. And so I thought, okay, cool. I've worked in telecommunications, I worked with technology. I seem to have this diverse skills that maybe we can put it all together to actually solve this problem, just with a switch, because you guys in banking are already doing it. But I guess the little thing that we thought was, okay, let's layer on technology and see how we can use it to make a difference. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this. I hear impact. I sense a passion, and also trying to solve, you know, some financial needs. So you decided to launch Owoafara in the field of fintech. So can you tell me a little bit more about your company? Where is it positioned in the fintech market as of today?
Okay, so today what we're doing, or what we want to build with Owoafara, is to work with the 65% of the market that we feel is still underserved. These are people in the informal trade sector and in low-income communities. We feel that they are underserved because obviously they're not very structured. They don't have what it takes for people for traditional banks like yourself to serve them. And so what we're doing is we're building our own independent credit history for them, leveraging technology. We've created algorithms that as we begin to do business with them, we're collecting data points to understand them better. And so we can create products that are best fit for them. And so what we're doing is we're approaching financial services from a position of how can we use technology to sort of demystify KYC, okay, and use that to be able to build some sort of credit history for these people, such that at the end of the day, we can provide them microfinance, microcredit, but at the same time, we can help them then transition to organizations that are more formal like yourself. And so in some way, we're providing financial inclusion. In another way, we're providing a bridge, because Owoafara actually means money bridge. So we're bridging the gap. So we're starting them from where they are, and we're lifting them to be able to then transition from us into more formal financial sector, like what you guys are doing. So that's what we're doing.
Thank you. Quite interesting on bridging that gap on what you are doing. So can you deepen a little bit more on the offer in terms of product, what you are doing in your company? Can you tell us more about it?
Okay, so what we're doing is we're offering them micro loans and micro savings and micro insurance schemes. So for example, we're breaking the bulk on insurance. So for example, if they needed to buy insurance and let's say it was $50, they might not have been able to afford the $50 upfront. But we can negotiate with the insurance company and say, you know what, we'll take it from you at $50. We'll allow them to pay us maybe $10 monthly and for 6 months or so, and then we'll make a spread out of it and all that. So we're making it convenient for them, we're making it accessible for them, and then we're taking it to them, okay? Because we find out that one of the barriers for them is because they don't have so much of literacy to come to the physical banking offices, we need to literally take it to them. Then our field officers are the ones who leverage our platform to administer this product to them. So that's what we're doing.
Thank you. I hear conveniency, I hear accessibility. So being available for your customer and also bring them up to the financial literacy. So what is really the aim for you to achieve with your company in Nigeria, and also maybe beyond Nigeria, because we're talking about Africa and we want Africa to move forward?
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's about financial freedom, and we believe that access to financial services is a fundamental human right. You know, like how medical care is a fundamental human right, financial freedom is a fundamental human right. And we think that people, organizations like ourselves, have to stand up and bridge the gap, and bridge it from a for-profit perspective. Because yes, we've seen what non-for-profit does, but then we've heard about dead aid. And the fact that sometimes non-for-profit is not helping them grow because it's like gratis. You just feel okay, but we feel like when we challenge them, that they can go beyond subsistence. We help them uplift their means of livelihood. We help them create a better life. And hopefully it then translates to the next generation. They can give their children, the women, better education, okay? And by doing that, they can lift themselves above the poverty line. So in other words, we do have a very social mission. At the same time, we're a for-profit. So we're pursuing the 3 Ps, the profit, people, the profit, and the planet, and ensuring that we have like a triple bottom line approach in what we're doing.
I really like the way you put it, the pursuing the 3 Ps. So for me, I will ask you, how do you see the future?
So, I mean, we see a future where people have options. And for us, options includes options to access finance, options to access the basic needs of life, where it is not exclusive for only people who have, in quote, the means, okay? We want to democratize access. and such that access to things that should be basic for human beings are not exclusive because of either financial gaps or intellectual gaps or gender gaps, okay? Because whether we like it or not, women still get the short end of the stick when it comes to financial services. So we want to democratize access, and we believe that by bridging this gap, okay, we are democratizing access.
So powerful, so powerful. Democratizing, access to financing. So my last question, Tale, is what is next for your company, for Owoafara?
So for Owoafara, I mean, the first thing, of course, is conquer Nigeria, get into new markets. We want to get all over Africa, and if possible, even emerging markets, in Latin America and things like that. So we have a big dream. We want to impact 1 billion people. We want to impact 1 billion people. So, I mean, it's ambitious, but again, at the end of the day, if 1 billion people have financial freedom and have financial access, we know the world will be a better place. And so that's the dream, that's the drive.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Tale. Seynabou, I think it is the end of our conversation between me and Tale. I hand it over to you.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like listening her talking about access to finance being a human right. This is a very deep, and this is a strong commitment to access finance, because you know that in Africa, women only raise 6% of the money, the investment. So it is very low, and we all have a deep mission. All of us, we have a real mission: banking corporation, fintech institution, startup, and also international corporation, to give more and more access to finance. So we are very happy, and also we are very lucky to have Tale as a revelation, and also as a WIA54 alumni. And maybe I can let you give a final word, Mareme, and also all your maybe greetings to Tale, and encouragement to her to continue to spread the Owoafara, on all across the continent.
Yes, indeed, Seynabou, thank you. Really, I would like first to congratulate Tale and thank her for sharing her story, and also sharing her ambition, because you need to set the goal very high, and this is really what we appreciate. So congratulations to you, Tale, for standing out as a fintech revelation in West Africa, and also providing clear solution addressing a global need. And as Seynabou said, the statement is very strong and powerful. It's a human right, access to finance. So I do appreciate that. And I know that the path to entrepreneurship is not an easy one, but you are not alone. I wanted to let you know that you are not alone in your effort to accelerate financial inclusion. So our team, over 12,000 employees in Africa, will remain committed to building capacity to take more dreams like yours come true. And the ambition that you have for Africa, we are there. We have the same. So thank you. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to both of you. Thank you, Mareme, for taking your time. We know that you have a very busy schedule, but we are so happy. You were so happy to do that with Tale, to just showcase also woman entrepreneur, and specifically in fintech, where we do not have a lot of women. So this is also a real commitment for you to be here, and we know that you were very happy to do that. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate the partnership with Société Générale, and through all also the affiliates and all the local offices, and also at a global also side. So I know that we will have the opportunity to welcome you maybe in a masterclass, or another opportunity will come for that, and we will be more than happy to host you again.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you for listening us, and I invite you to watch again these webinar in our LinkedIn page and also on our YouTube, and we will make it available for you to review it and also to share it to your network. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, then. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Now, after this first part of this webinar, we are going to talk about digital and go to Nigeria and also Morocco with Zita and Imad to talk about Iverify, our digital revelation this year in WIA54. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Seynabou.
Thank you very much. Thank you for Women in Africa to welcome us.
My pleasure. So welcome, Mr. Imad. You are today here with, you are from Inetum. You are the Africa area General Manager of Inetum. You have a very big experience in management, over than 25 years, and you have also a consulting career in at Maza, for example, and you found a Value Pass in 25, and Imad, you joined the group, the Inetum group, in 2018 as CEO of the Moroccan entity after the acquisition of Value Pass by Inetum. So thank you so much for joining us today to promote and also to celebrate Zita, our Revelation webinar. So Inetum is, and Women in Africa is a long story, because since the beginning of Women in Africa, Inetum has supporting women in Africa now for more than 5 years now, and it is the first corporate philanthropist on the foundation. And you're still continuing your support at Inetum, even in the program. You are very involved in our program. For example, each year you are part of the jury, and you support us for selecting and identifying great projects in the continent in the digital category. And you also organize everything and set everything needed internally to make sure that also we have the best tech projects every year. You are also involving all your collaborators, because since 2 years now, Inetum has been offering training session to the winner to raise their digital awareness. And this is what we call Inetum's open training session, which is open to all our network. And since January this year, we launched our mentoring program, and for sure also you are involved in that, and you are committed. You were the first to commit for this program, and you also involved in this program. You, Imad, by supporting our Moroccan laureate Jasmine Jitui from Job Win-Win, and you are going to mentor her during the mentoring program. So thank you very much for everything you are doing, your engagement and your involvement in Inetum for Women in Africa. And I have my first question is to ask about Inetum in Africa. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you are doing and your mission on the continent?
Thank you, Seynabou, for your introduction, and thank you for your words. So for Inetum is an agile IT service company that provides digital services and solutions, and a global group that helps companies in industries to get the most of digital flow. Operating in more than 26 countries, the group has nearly 27,000 employees. Inetum also has a strong presence in Africa. We have 6 subsidiaries on the continent: Morocco, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Tunisia, Angola, and Senegal. And we have opened a first innovation lab in Africa this year in Casablanca, to be precise. So we are heavily involved in Africa continent, and this is the result of a strategic ambition to contribute to the economic growth of the continent driven by the digitalization.
Yeah, this is a so important mission for Africa, this digitalization. This is the fourth revolution. And I think that Africa do not have any, we cannot miss this revolution. And that's why also it's so important to have a corporation like Inetum to be also involved in this Africa mission and also Africa challenge. And tell us also a little bit more about how women are contributing to that mission at Inetum, and for sure why you are supporting today women in Africa.
Inetum is an early corporate philanthropy with Women in Africa initiative. Inetum has been the reference partner of African companies for over 15 years, present in several countries, as I said, on the African continent. The group puts Africa at the heart of its development. Supporting women in Africa for us is a natural part of our desire to participate in the economic development of the continent, undergoing significant technological transformation. This movement is now, as I said, fully embodied by women's entrepreneurs, however, in a context in a context in which the crisis is generalized in our continent, in which digital challenges have more than ever their role to play, because women support the family, support the economy, support the region, support the town. So we believe that our support as an international company is just a little part to contribute in this resilience for women, and to help her to develop this continent. It's with a shared conviction that Inetum intends to make an active contribution to this initiative, which is remarkable, and it is unifying, and which is designed to last.
Yeah.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Just I want to add a word about the digital award, because it's our the expertise and our business each day, and this digital award has a particular importance for Inetum. Beyond the natural coherence with Inetum's activities, the prize is representative and revealing of current issues of women, men, and organizations. It's recognized digital technology as an economic lever for a continent, and has a factor of emancipation and empowerment of women.
Definitely, you talk about empowerment, equality, and also you talk about the woman being the backbone of this continent. This is so true, and we cannot also do this digitalization woman mission in Africa without the women. So, and I think that Zita have a lot to share with us about this. But before we talk with Zita, let me just invite you to watch together corporate video which is talking about this mission, and then we are going to discover Zita and Iverify.
We have entered the post-digital transformation era, an era in which needs and usages are continuously reinvented. A permanent digital flow generating new economic, managerial and social opportunities for companies and organizations. Welcome to Inetum, Positive Digital Flow, because we believe that the digital flow should serve the performance and the positive impact of companies, organizations, and institutions. We have become a leader on the market while remaining true to our entrepreneurial culture and the bold spirit of our beginnings. We are a pioneer in the digital industry in our different activities: consulting, application and infrastructure services, system integration, software, outsourcing, value-added reselling. Whether you are facing global or more specific challenges, we help you unleash your full potential by transforming each new digital solution into opportunities, thanks to our expertise in cybersecurity, smart data and artificial intelligence applied to smart territories, Industry 4.0 and more. We shape your digital flow. Adaptation and reinvention are the keys to success in a world that is constantly changing in all business sectors. Financial services, retail, consumer goods, telecom, media, technologies, industries, energy, utilities, chemicals, public sector, healthcare, transport, travel, services. Starting from hands-on experience and usages, our talents are here to create concrete and agile solutions that enable your renewal and meet your market's expectations. We are one team, women and men, dedicated to make your ideas come true, anywhere, anytime. Acting together responsibly and sustainably, that's how we'll have a positive impact on the world we all live in a spirit of solidarity, ambition, excellence, engagement, innovation. Our mission is to help you get the most out of this digital flow. We are ready.
Thank you so much for staying with us. I think that we all understand what is about this digital flow is also an African flow that Inetum is also supporting. And today we are very pleased and honored to promote and to present Zita, our digital revelation this year. And I will let Imad start this conversation with Zita so that we get to know her and also discover Iverify and her solution for Africa.
Hi, good morning, Zita.
Hi, Imad. Good morning.
How are you doing? Good, good.
Thank you. Pleased to meet you.
Please, it's a pleasure for me. So, Zita, please, could you tell us about your story and why did you decide to launch your company?
I have a legal background. I'm a lawyer, and I've been a lawyer for about 17 years. And during my journey as a lawyer, during the legal practice, I was confronted with a lot of issues bordering on identity mix, issues bordering on identity theft, issues bordering on online onboarding crisis, issues bordering on forgery, forged documents, credential fraud, and as I journaled during my journey, so for everyone that I encountered, I made a note of it, and I realized that there was no institution, so to speak, available where people could go to verify information, verify data, verify things that were of concern to them. So I did put down my personal cases that I was involved in as a lawyer, some of which my friend made an investment with a company, and another person had to clone her identity and diverted her investment to that second identity, and of course was receiving the benefits and the dividends of that a second account that she opened. So I was personally involved in all of this. And I said to myself, you've got to do something about this. How are you going to create something? How are you going to create a platform where people could come and solve different problems bordering on identity? So we decided to give birth to the company called Iverify. And we started first with background checks. We started doing it manually. Gradually, we gained the confidence and validation of some corporate organizations, especially the banks. And slowly but surely, we began to grow. And we found the need to also digitize our process, because when we are verifying and having background checks on people, what we are looking at, we're dealing with people, but we need something more to authenticate the process and to authenticate the information that is being acquired. So there's a lot of transformation in the company Iverify, but this is our background, and this is where we are. a digitized platform where people can come and verify information moving on different sectors that that they seek to know more about.
Very interesting and passionate story. So you found the Iverify.ng. You can tell us a little bit more about?
Yes. So currently, Iverify has evolved from where we are to where we were previously to where we are currently today. So what Iverify does today is that, in line with the SDG goals and of course the digitization and provision of legal identity for all, we are more focused on that SDG goal. We have created a robust system where we have what we call the digital profile. So we use the digital identity, especially for us in Nigeria, given the demographics and of course the challenges peculiar to us in Nigeria, and of course by extension in Africa. We take the digital ID, is it the government ID that is attached to you? We match that information with a whole lot of other information associated to you, so that when you're looking at a data in a particular person, you are looking not just on isolated data, the digital ID for what it is, you are looking at a holistic thing. So that includes the credits record where applicable, the criminal record, the digital address, just a robust employment history, a robust profile and a robust data on a particular person. That's where Iverify is at this moment.
Interesting. And what is the Iverify impact in Nigeria or in Africa continent?
In Nigeria, Iverify is currently available in the 36 states that we have in Nigeria. We have representation across the entire states. We have 13 full-time employees, and we have about 96 part-time employees who work for us in the fields to assist with the data collection. And then we also have a partnership that gives us access to over 2,000 people who also work for us on with our onboarding tool. And we are able to conduct, we've made tremendous impact in the digital identity verification. We've also made impact in partnerships that we have with the credit bureau, where we have to source the information on credit reports. We also have impact with partnerships that we have with the Criminal Record Bureau that also furnishes us the information on the Criminal Record Registry when we need that. We currently work in Kenya. We have access to the market in Kenya, and that relationship in Kenya has also given us access to 8 more African countries. We also have currently access to data, digital ID data in Ghana, we have in South Africa, and we have in Uganda. So this is as far as we have as at this time, more Pan-African in our external outlook.
Good. I wish you a very good expansion in all Africa countries, even the French-speaking area and North of Africa. I think that you have very good chance to success in this part of the continent. And what do you need going forward, Zita? How do you see the future?
We're at the point where we are scaling our operations. We're scaling operations into various markets in Africa. And one of the greatest need for us is a technological, to build a robust technological infrastructure. And so we need a lot of investment in the technology, investment in our database security to improve the integrity of the data. The database is very important that that infrastructure is in place So we need partnerships, we need funding for technological supports to help put the robust system that we have in place, put it all together and make it more integrous in nature. Yes.
I wish you a very good next step and success, big success in your adventure, Zita. And I hope that this collaboration with Women in Africa will help you in your business. Thank you, Zita, for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Imad.
Thank you.
Thank you, Imad, and thank you, Zita. And I can also just add, if I may, is the solution is so much. If you know Africa, you understand how much it is important for to have this kind of solution, because personal data is a huge issue in Africa, and we are still dealing on how we can have the correct data and a secure data around. So I guess that, yeah, you have all your chance to find great partner and find also funding, because women in digital are also everything that investors are looking for. So whenever a woman in Africa can still support on that, we are going to do it. And I'm also sure that whenever Inetum can also help on the partnership side, they will do it. So let's continue this this journey, and maybe come back in a few years and also talk about your success story again, and see how far you went, or you went with that, and with our support, with all Women in Africa support, and so far. So congratulations again, and Zita, and see you very soon in our other activities at Women in Africa. And I am crossing fingers that the COVID situation allow us to come in Nigeria and visit you. So thank you for your time. And thank you also, Imad and Inetum, for the constant support since the beginning of Women in Africa. This is something very precious and also important for us as a philanthropist corporation. So thank you for this very strong support. And I'm inviting you to join us in another webinar very soon. Thank you, Imad.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Seynabou. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.